Hello, and welcome to Crystal Vision Advice. I am Claire.
I'm Gala.
And let's get right to it. We have a question today about romance and desire. Okay.
Good topic.
So here it goes. I am in a partnership with a wonderful human whom I love very much. My heart feels right with them. However, I have a friend who I'm also very attracted to, and I've been fantasizing of fucking them. I truly value our friendship and could not consider ending that relationship. However, I feel so guilty of my own fanciful thoughts, which is no way to walk through this life. Should I discuss this with my partner? We do not have sex as often as we used to, so it is also possible that this is just my sexual desires seeking satisfaction. I have considered polyamory, but I know in my end I would feel uncomfortable with them seeing other women. So how could I ever ask my partner such a question? So the first thing I want to respond to here is this place where the writer says, I feel so guilty of my own fanciful thoughts, which is no way to walk through this life. And I just first want to address the fact that you are a human being. We're all human beings. We're all attracted to everyone all of the time. And just because you're in a relationship does not mean that those desires go away. Mm-hmm. So I think there's this fantasy we as a culture perpetuate, which is that when you find your person, your desires for other people would be just focused on that one person. Yeah. And wouldn't that be so lovely and wonderful?
So lovely and wonderful.
You know? But, like, you know, if you read any novel or watch any TV show or just experience your own heart, you know that that's not actually reality. Mm-hmm. So just accepting the fact that you have very, very normal and appropriate feelings as a human, perhaps that will give you some relief. Mm-hmm. It's okay to want to fuck someone else.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Yeah.
And then the other thing that she brought up too was the lack of, not the lack of sex, but having sex with her partner less often. And Gala and I were talking a little bit about this, and we were saying how love is a kind of work, right? Mm-hmm. And so when you're in a long-term relationship with someone, you have to prioritize the sex, or else...
Yeah, prioritize the sex.
You have to prioritize the sex. It's not going to be sort of that spontaneous, we're both discovering each other thing, which happens maybe the first couple of months, the first year.
You have to you just have to give it importance in your relationship in a major way. And not this importance where you think about it but don't do it. But this importance where you just sort of say, like, no, like, even if I'm tired, even if we're both stressed about something, sex will help us be less stressed.
It's really true.
You know, if I'm tired, we can do light, slow sex, and actually it will help us get better sleep. Right. You know, like, it releases endorphins into your system, serotonin, all that crap. Like, it's amazing. It's restorative.
It also doesn't have to be, like, the most mind-blowing sex of your entire life, which will happen, you know.
Even with your partner.
Even with your partner.
Again and again.
Again and again. But sometimes it can just be, like, connecting on a physical level with your partner.
That's really true. And so, you know, I'm glad that we brought those things up because I feel like it's good to get to the touchstones of the question. Yeah. And I also want to say that, you know, desire is tricky, and what Claire and I can touch on is what you've given us, right? But we can't say to you why it is you want to fuck your friend. It could be because you're not having enough sex with your partner. It could be because, you know, you actually just really want them. It could be because they are symbolizing something of their physicality, their energy, whatever, their chi, whatever it is they're giving off, could be symbolizing something to you that's missing from your partnership with the other person.
It could have to do with childhood issues, which
you
don't
know. And the thing is that you can let that go. You can let it slide. You can sort of accept it. You can accept that you have this desire. You can say, I see this door. Like, I see this door, and if I open it, it's going to be a Pandora's box of issues for my relationship. And so I will choose to keep that door closed and keep walking, you know? But if you want to open that door, if something in you will not let it go, and actually you find yourself fantasizing so much about this person that it's affecting your ability to be emotionally present with your partner.
Right. That's when I think you have to
figure it out, because it's not just a person from work, it's her friend. It's like someone who you know. And, like, the truth is like, for me, one of the reasons that I've always been supportive of polyamory, right, is because there's a lot that people seem to have a disjunction about in relation to what counts as an affair. And I think an emotional and mental affair is more intense than like fucking up, getting drunk, and like sleeping with somebody by accident one night. You know, if you are thinking about this person all the time, if you really want them all the time, and you're trying to be like, oh, it's just sex, I probably just want to have them for sex, but they're your friend, so you love them, you know, so there must be something else than like you're already having a kind of affair, and you know this because if your partner was doing the same thing with one of their friends,
Right.
you might feel intensely pained by it.
Yeah.
You know? And so here the question comes of like, what does it mean to be uncomfortable? You know, what does it mean to allow yourself to surrender into an uncomfortable moment for the sake of growth? Isn't growth always uncomfortable?
Question though,
Yeah.
do you have what it takes right now to deal with that lack of comfort? You might not. You might be having a really intense job. You might have some emotional instability issues. I'm not saying you do.
You might have children.
You might have children. So perhaps it's not, that discomfort is not something that you're interested in pursuing right now. Perhaps it is. Either way is fine, but I think it's important to think about, I mean, really taking an honest assessment of where you are before you move forward. And
yeah, and you know, really trying to dig deep into what that desire means for you.
Yeah.
But if you truly, in a couple of weeks, you know, in a month, still have this desire plaguing you, you might want to just be honest with your partner, you know, because these kinds of secrets, these things that we build inside of us, they build walls between us and the people we love.
They do.
And like, your partner might be understanding, and they might say, "Oh, like, you know, I've had these thoughts about this person, you know, but like, you're still my number one."
And if they're a good partner, it'll bring you closer together in your relationship.
And if you guys want to explore other options, just know that like, there's a myth about polyamory, and it's that some people just do it real perfectly, and nobody's ever uncomfortable, and no one's ever jealous, and no one's ever sad, no one's ever pained, and it's just not really true, you know. We just learn. We just learn how to like really show up for each other in a different way, and for ourselves at the same time. You know, we learn to show up for our desires and our wants and the things we put away about ourselves for the sake of combining our lives with someone else. And yet we also learn how to take care, and how to be true, and how to be honest, and how to be direct and caring and tender to the people who have always been there for us, you know? And if you find that you are ready, if you find that it's capable, that it's possible, that you could be capable of being uncomfortable for the sake of really rewarding experiences that might really open up what it means to be in a relationship, then try. See what happens. I don't mean you have to like try by talking to your partner about it, you know? It could be really scary, but it could be really great. And if you're not comfortable with it, if you just find like you just know in your heart it would tear you guys apart,
that's totally okay too. Yeah.
But I think that, you know, even just thinking about it and reaching out to other people instead of just kind of blaming yourself and feeling bad about it,
that's really good.
It's really good. And you're doing really good already.
You're doing really well. And let us know how it goes. Write us back and tell us how it's going.
Okay.
Bye.